You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Philip Kaufman, filling in for Julia Wiegand. Authorities in Schuylkill County are investigating the death of a man whose body was found in a wooded area in Cass Township. State police were called to 22 Ash Road around 6 Thursday evening for a report of a disturbance. Witnesses told troopers they heard an argument taking place near the residence, followed by a gunshot. Police found the body of 27-year-old Joseph Federnick, who sustained an apparent gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene by the Schuylkill County Coroner's Office. No suspects have been named at this time as state police continue to investigate the incident. 5 people were charged during a drug bust in Luzerne County. Pittston Police, along with the Luzerne County Drug Task Force, served 4 search warrants on Thursday that resulted in the arrests of 28-year-old Anthony Neves, 31-year-old Wilfredo Neves, 27-year-old Michael Neves, and 26-year-old Giovanni Martinez, and 33-year-old Jaylon Pierce. During the searches, police seized large quantities of heroin, crack cocaine, fentanyl, firearms, and drug paraphernalia. All 5 men were charged with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance and jailed without bail. 3 Luzerne County inmates were treated after each tried to commit suicide within the past 2 weeks. 2 attempts happened a week ago, and both inmates received treatment and recovered. The most recent incident happened on Thursday, where the inmate was taken to an area hospital for treatment. The prison has stepped up mental health resources following the suicides of 3 female inmates from June 2017 to January of 2018. There were 11 suicide attempts at the prison in 2020, but no deaths were reported. As for this year, there have been 13 attempts and 2 suicides. Prison personnel have been trained to immediately respond to suicide attempts using CPR and other life-saving measures. The FBI confirmed that the remains found in a Florida nature reserve are those of Brian Laundrie. Laundrie was named as a person of interest in the death of his fiancée, Gabby Petito. The couple embarked on a cross-country road trip back in August, but Laundrie returned alone to his parents' home in Northport, Florida on September 1st. Petito's family reported her missing on September 11th, and her body was found 8 days later on the edge of Wyoming's Grand Teton National Park, where the couple had recently visited. Police body cams revealed that the 2 were stopped in Utah on August 12th after a physical altercation took place, though no charges were filed. Laundrie's remains, alongside with his backpack and notebook, were discovered on Wednesday, but there's no word at this time on the official cause of death. A movie set mishap left 1 person dead and another injured. According to police, actor Alec Baldwin fired a prop gun on the set of the movie Rust, being filmed in New Mexico. The accident involved the gun misfiring, which struck 42-year-old cinematographer Halen Hutchins and 48-year-old director Joel Souza. Hutchins was airlifted to the University of New Mexico Hospital, where she was later pronounced dead, while Souza was taken to a local hospital for treatment. Sources say that Baldwin was visibly upset and that production was halted on the movie as authorities investigate how and what type of projectiles were discharged from the prop gun. Time on the road's getting a bit expensive, and the Keystone State is one of the pricier ones. According to AAA, the state of Pennsylvania has the highest average gas prices on the East Coast. The average price for regular gas in Pennsylvania jumped to $3.54, a 20-cent increase from this time a month ago. The average price in the Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, and Hazleton areas comes to almost $3.56. Data from the Energy Information Administration shows that the cost of crude oil has been climbing and could keep climbing. Early forecasts suggest that as the winter months approach, demand for heating oil could keep the prices high. State agencies are campaigning to recruit school bus drivers to help out with the current shortage. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich has more on how you can apply.
Individuals with commercial driver's licenses are encouraged to apply to work as a school bus driver in order to help out with the current driver shortage and to supplement their incomes.
Throughout the Commonwealth, we currently have a little over 42,000 school bus drivers. which is the lowest number of licensed CDL school bus drivers the Commonwealth has had in the past 5 years.
PennDOT and the Department of Education recently sent out letters to around 376,000 drivers who possess their CDLs. It helps connect interested drivers with school entities, which also includes information to a survey link.
To date, more than 1,300 individuals have expressed an interest in pursuing the opportunity to be employed as a school bus driver. Additionally, PennDOT has temporarily opened CDL skills testing on Mondays for 4 weeks.
The driver shortage was brought about by the pandemic, and not only does it affect children but their parents as well. The Pennsylvania School Bus Association has also been addressing the issue and began a driver recruitment campaign back in July.
If you are interested in becoming a school bus driver, please feel free to visit youbehindthewheel.com to learn more about the licensing process and to answer any questions you have about the profession.
The Department of Education is responding by building coalitions with other agencies and putting out a call to action.
Our students need reliable transportation to be able to continue in-person instruction. Our parents need peace of mind, and our schools need assistance. So if you're interested in becoming a school bus driver, we encourage you to fill out the survey on PD's website at education.pa.gov. From there, you'll be connected to a local school who could use your help.
Interested drivers could visit youbehindthewheel.com or PennDOT's website. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thank you, Julie. West Hazelton Elementary Middle School students had a chance to meet a variety of critters this morning from Barn Hill Preserve. Not only did the students of West Hazelton Elementary Middle School get to meet and learn about the wonderful animals that roam this earth, but parents can too, as today the school hosted the Barn Hill Preserve for their educational program.
So we put together a parent involvement activity where our parents were able to actually come into the school to watch Barn Hill Preserve do their presentations on the animals that they brought here. We are trying really hard to get our parents involved in our schools. I think it's really important that the parents come in to see what the students are doing, what we are doing as a school. We like to have our whole community involved, especially here in West Hazelton. We have a lot of great people that are in this community here that we would like to bring in to let these kids see, because they see them when they are on the outside.
Barn Hill Preserve runs educational programs, traveling around, visiting schools, and teaching students on the wonders of wildlife.
Yeah, so we usually bring a handful of different animals with us. We've got things like Godzilla or blue-tongued skink. We've got pickles and armadillo. So we bring these animals out. We get to talk about where they live, what they like to eat, how they keep themselves safe, sometimes different conservation things with them. Just kind of share some facts about them, and everyone gets to see them up close.
The work they do not only educates on the critters' backgrounds, but also continues to inspire wildlife conservation and the importance of keeping these animals safe.
This is actually my first week being in this position, so it's a great experience. I love what I do, and so seeing these kids get super excited about stuff that I'm super passionate about just makes me hopeful that there's a great future in terms of wildlife conservation and education.
And students, teachers, and parents had the chance to get up close and personal as the animals were led up and down the rows for a close-up view.
I mean, I love coming out to the schools. The kids always get so excited. They clap, they cheer. They love meeting these different animals that they don't get a chance to see anywhere else. So it's really rewarding for us to be able to share these things with them. So I think that the first presentation went well. They seem to enjoy it a lot.
And that excitement was definitely evident as these kids have been raving over this event all week long.
I think the kids absolutely loved it. They were so excited. They've been talking about it all week since this has been going on. I think it's awesome that they're also letting the kids take pictures with these animals, so then the kids get to actually be up close. So they've been buzzing about this all week long, and after the fact, all the clapping and cheering, I think they really enjoyed themselves.
Coming up on Wyln News, unemployment drops and 'tis the season for the Cougar Crooners. Plus, a nightmare on North Genesis Avenue with no price slashes. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Lorelai, and I'm 7 years old, and tomorrow it's going great.
want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Jura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
The Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry released its preliminary employment situation report for September. Pennsylvania's unemployment rate dropped 0.2 percentage point over the month to 6.2% in September. The U.S. rate fell 0.4 percentage point from August to 4.8%. The Commonwealth's unemployment rate was 0.9 percentage points below September of last year, and the national rate declined 3 points over the year. You can visit dli.pa.gov for more information. The Hazleton Area High School Cougar Crooners joined the lineup to present the 16th annual Sounds of the Season. Let's celebrate. Doors open at 6 for the 7 p.m. concert on Saturday, December 11th at the Alice C. Wilsey Performing Arts Center. The event will feature the renowned Hazleton Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, with special performances by the Fabergé Follies and featured soloists. Tickets are $10 each, and all seating is general admission. Tickets can be purchased through any orchestra or dance member and will be available at the door the night of. Masking and social distance protocols will be observed during the performance, regardless of vaccination status. We'll see you at the Wilsey. Horror movie fanatics looking to move out to LA can check out this nightmare of a real estate listing, if they dare. The house, whose exterior was featured in the classic 1984 horror film A Nightmare on Elm Street, is officially up for sale. Though the fictional home haunted by Freddy Krueger was located in the imaginary town of Springwood, Ohio, the actual home used for filming was originally built in 1919 and located in the Spalding Square neighborhood of Los Angeles. So, if you have enough laying around for its $3.25 million listing price, the home has 3 bedrooms, 5 sleek bathrooms, an open concept kitchen, finished basement, a pool, and a detached guest house. If you've been thinking about adopting a pet, well, there's no time like the present. So, check out the SPCA of Luzerne County for all breeds, shapes, and sizes of pets. The shelter has some more furry friends for you to check out this week. Everyone, meet Cubby. He's a 3-year-old chow mix and was found as a stray a few months back. Cubby's great with children, but not so much with cats. This big teddy bear is waiting for you to come check him out. And up next is the distinguished Chapo. He's a very friendly and cooperative chap that lets you play dress up with him. If you're interested in taking home this young, loving fella, start by filling out an application. So call 570-825-4111 to come on down and check out these featured pets and more. You may just meet your new best friend and give them a well-deserved forever home. Coming up on Whitehaven's News Choice, your week in review courtesy of our Julia Wiegand. Plus, leading the way into this week's final segment. Stay with us.
Hey, Dr. Alex here with another Feel Good Friday. Today we're talking about your genes. How much do they determine your health versus how much is it what you've done, your choices? So sometimes my patients will blame their genes. They'll say, oh, well, I had to get diabetes because my whole family has diabetes. And, or, oh, I'm gonna get cancer. My parents both have cancer. Okay, you know what you're playing with. You know the hand you've been dealt. Work against it. Your genes don't determine your future. They're not guarantees. Most of the time, the grand majority of the time, your genes, they take care of you. They've made it this far through human evolution for a reason. Your genes, they don't force you to get sick the grand majority of the time. It's a combination. You need to take care of yourself. If your whole family has diabetes type 2, avoid the sugar. Make good choices. Cancer, avoid the red meat. Come on. You gotta make good choices. It's not just your genes. Don't blame them. Please. Take care of yourself and feel good.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns, host of Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football. Join us every week as I'll be joined by head coach Dennis Bookman as we go over past Hazleton area opponents, we'll look ahead to a future opponent, and have a guest from the Cougar football program. That's all this season on Sports Talk, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner.
Monday. A New Jersey teenager was killed Saturday night in Monroe County. State police were called to Gingerbread and Arrowhead Lanes in Middle Smithfield Township around 11:30 Saturday night for a report of shots fired. Investigators say that 19-year-old Jaheim Alston of Paterson, New Jersey was shot multiple times and found dead in a nearby wooded area. No suspects have been named yet as the investigation continues in Monroe County. Tuesday. 9 men were charged by authorities in Luzerne County for allegedly trying to solicit sex from children online. The roundup was made possible through Kingston Police, the Luzerne County District Attorney's Special Victims Unit, and predator catcher Musa Harris. Sean Lewandowski, George Fries, Michael Halley, and Christopher Santo were taken into custody and arraigned. Others charged include former Director of Literacy at Valley View School District Christopher Mazzino, John Davenport, William Lee Lewis, Zachary Mitchell, and another unidentified male. The Kingston Police Chief said, "This is only round 1, and that there's more to come." Wednesday. It was a tense moment for onlookers watching police gather outside the home of an isolated shooting in Hazleton late Tuesday afternoon. Wyln arrived on scene to find officers responding to a home in the area of 2nd and Carson Streets just after 4 p.m. for a report of 2 juvenile gunshot victims. Hazleton police assembled alongside PSP outside the home, unaware of whether the shooter was inside at the time. Officers gained permission from the homeowner to enter the residence and search. However, the unidentified shooter, also believed to be a male juvenile, was nowhere to be found at the scene. The investigation determined that this was an isolated incident. Both juvenile gunshot victims were being treated for their wounds, one of which only suffered minor injuries. The other suffered more serious injuries and was transported to a regional trauma center, but his current condition is still unknown at this point in time. Police blocked off the surrounding area to traffic for the duration of the incident, and officers remained on scene until around 9 p.m. Hazleton Police Chief Brian Schoonmaker confirmed that police are aware of the juvenile suspect's identity and continue to look for him as the investigation remains ongoing. Thursday. Hazleton police were led on a high-speed pursuit of a driver Wednesday afternoon who's still at large. A traffic stop was attempted on a silver 2008 Infiniti G35X sedan around 3 p.m. alongside West 15th Street for suspected drug activity. The driver, 19-year-old Elijah Torres of Hazleton, failed to stop and led police on a high-speed chase reaching 80 miles per hour from West Hazleton into Hazel Township. Police lost sight of the vehicle along North Church Street, and the abandoned vehicle was found still running in the area of East 22nd and Seibert Streets without Torres and his 2 male passengers. The investigation also recovered suspected fentanyl and fentanyl pills, cocaine, and meth that was observed being thrown from the vehicle along the airport beltway during the pursuit. Police issued a felony arrest warrant for Torres and urged him to surrender himself to HPD. Anyone with information regarding his location, as well as the identity and location of the 2 passengers, is still being asked to contact police by dialing 911. Friday. Authorities in Schuylkill County are investigating the death of a man whose body was found in a wooded area in Cass Township. State police were called to 22 Ash Road around 6 Thursday evening for a report of a disturbance. Witnesses told troopers they heard an argument taking place near the residence, followed by a gunshot. Police found the body of 27-year-old Joseph Fedornak, who sustained an apparent gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene by the Schuylkill County Coroner's Office. No suspects have been named at this time, as state police continue to investigate the incident. That's it for your week in review, here on WYLN News.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
Not in New York City.
And we're not in Baltimore.
Or Washington, D.C.
We're in the Pocono Mountains,
where all the great nightlife and dining come together.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the midday WYLN News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Tomorrow's care starts today with Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your ER partner. WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, our own Chris Fulmer's leading the way again to wrap up this week's series. And welcome back to this week's final segment of Leading the Way with Chris Fulmer. So, looking towards the future, what are some goals ahead? Do you have any goals ahead just upcoming, or anything that's way far ahead that you're looking forward to?
Well, Phil, as the Beach Boys mentioned, God only knows. But specifically, I would like to get better with longer distance traveling to try and break out of that and be better. I would like to eventually do at least one work of fiction. Hopefully, I do have one idea. Hopefully, I can carry it to fruition. I would like to continue to be able to profile attractions in the state and general area if things permit. I would, in general, just want to live the best life possible and try and and whenever my time does come, that people say they're glad I was here.
And the long distance travel, anywhere you're looking to particular?
Well, at the moment of this taping, we are hoping to get to Connecticut this summer if everything allows. I have New York's Hudson Valley, maybe down the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia. I'd like to get out to Dayton at one point. We'll see. My mother would like to take a train trip to the Rocky Mountains eventually, so we might get that in.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. And the work of fiction, you want to keep it secret now, or anything you can give us?
Yeah, better keep it classified until I know for sure, but thank you for your interest.
No problem. All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this week, and an even bigger thank you to Chris for coming and chatting with us. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome, Phil. I'm very glad to be here.
Always glad to have you here. And folks, have a great weekend, everyone. Best of luck, best of life. Good night. And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.